What is up, budget billers? My name is Trill, and today you will not believe what Bernie Sanders just did. He did it again, guys. He is on the attack once again like a pit bull, and this time it is towards the two senators, Kyrsten Sinema and Joe Manchin. When I say Bernie don't play, Bernie don't be playing, guys. Also, could those who refuse to be vaccinated, could they end up being taxed by the government or other entities? Well, I'm going to share with you a new story that might tell us where we may be headed in that direction. And finally, guys, hey, we have another pilot program that is just now starting that plans on offering up to $900 stimulus checks. And I'm going to tell you guys exactly who that is in a moment. But first, if you're interested in any of these particular topics today and you want to be a part of this channel, be so kind and go ahead and subscribe to it. It's totally free. And if you end up liking this video, then go ahead and hit that like button for us. It really helps out this channel. Now, let's go ahead and jump right back into this video. Okay, guys, real quick, I wanted to ask you for your support, and I really need it, guys, because I am trying to reach 1,000 subscribers before I launch my new channel. Now, that channel is going to be called Budget Bill Finance, and I am going to be talking about how to grow your wealth, how to invest in real estate, as well as how to invest in stocks. And I'm going to be showing you guys exactly what I'm doing outside of YouTube. So, if you want to be a part of that channel, be so kind and go ahead and subscribe to it today. I hope to see you guys there. Now, that link will be down below in the description. Okay, guys, today is the official day where the government is going to be offering you those free COVID tests to be sent to your homes. This article talks about at-home COVID test website actually launched yesterday ahead of today's scheduled time. Now, how you can order these free testing kits from the government? Well, some Americans will be able to order them by going to the website COVIDtests.gov, which was expected to start today, this morning, but it ended up going live yesterday, so a lot of people got ahead of the game. But White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki said that the site is in beta phase to allow troubleshooting, but we can't guarantee there won't be a bug or two. But the best tech teams across the administration and the Postal Service are working hard to make this all possible. So yes, guys, you can actually go online after you finish watching this video today and order your free COVID test. Now, I believe you can order up to 4 tests starting today, and then after that, later on, you should be able to order up to 8 tests per individual in your household. Now, you can also go to another website and be able to order these tests as well, and that is the United States Postal Service website. Now, that address is going to be special.usps.com/test kits. And this is actually an easy process, guys. All you have to do is put your name and your address and your email on here, and then click on the checkout now button, and they will actually send you up to 4 COVID tests that you can take at home. And this website literally takes like 60 seconds to fill out. So I'll go ahead and link both of those websites down below in the description so that you guys can go online today and order those tests. In other news, guys, hey, what about those individuals who refuse to be vaccinated? Now, I'm not against those particular people, although myself, I have been vaccinated as well as I have had the booster shot, but Quebec is now taxing the unvaccinated individuals as they now implemented their vaccine mandates that is spreading across Europe. Now, this particular vaccine mandate actually started in Europe on January the 13th, and they are now talking about those who refuse to be vaccinated can now be actually taxed. Now, I know this is in another country, but this could be coming towards the United States as well. And I ended up finding another article that actually talks about exactly that. This says on Forbes.com, the U.S. should tax unvaccinated people. Now, I don't know what you guys think about this, but this particular article is talking in regards to with Robert Goulder as well as Joseph Thorndike, and they go on and debating whether or not they need to tax on the unvaccinated people in the United States. And this went on for about 5 minutes. Now, I'm not going to go through this entire article on this video today, but they do talk about the massive internalities associated with the COVID-19 pandemic. And the biggest one stems from the decision not to get the vaccine. And you can guess where this is exactly headed. This particular article talks about the discussions, whether the pros and the cons on whether individuals that refuse to be vaccinated should be taxed or not. And that is going to be going towards the actual cost that it costs the administration of the government to pay for these individuals that have to go to the hospitals, as well as they have to get these vaccination tests and all sorts of things. So they want to be able to cover these costs that are associated with those individuals who are not vaccinated, because as we know, guys, majority of the people that are in the hospital right now and being hospitalized are not vaccinated. And that is because getting the vaccination actually prevents you from getting super sick from COVID-19 if you actually get infected with it. It does not prevent you from catching the COVID-19, but it does make your symptoms much less if you are not vaccinated. So again, guys, hey, looking towards the future, we may see some sort of tax being put down on individuals who refuse to be vaccinated. Now, whether you look at this as a tax or whether just a fee like a speeding ticket, this might be coming towards us here in the near future. But let me know what you guys think about this. Do you think that they should be taxing the unvaccinated individuals? I know it can be a touchy subject, but this is a topic for discussion. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section. Also, guys, hey, Verizon and AT&T are planning on unveiling the 5G service or the network starting sometime today, but all of the airlines have warned them of the potential catastrophic crisis that could come if they actually turn on this 5G service. Yes, guys, the U.S. airlines and cargo carriers on Monday warned that the new 5G wireless service that is set to deploy today on Wednesday could ground some of their flights and potentially stranded thousands of Americans overseas and delaying the delivery of key goods and services. Now, in a letter to the Biden administration officials, executives of major carriers wrote that the C-band 5G causes disruptions to airplanes' instruments that could make huge swaths of the U.S. fleets unusable. And they also noted that by Wednesday's deadline, most of the nation's large airports will be under 5G related flight restrictions from the FAA. And all that means is that on a day like yesterday, more than 1,100 flights and 100,000 passengers will be subjected to cancellations, diversions, or delays. Chief executives of Delta Airlines, United Airlines, FedEx, UPS, and others wrote in a letter to the Biden administration and saying that the executives urged the U.S. officials to prevent 5G from being implemented within 2 miles of affected airports until the FAA figures out a way for affected airplanes to fly safely or risk a catastrophic disruption to passenger flights and the global supply chain, which we obviously know we don't need any disruption to the supply chain, as we already have major disruptions right now. But anyways, guys, hey, Verizon as well as AT&T have stated that they will prevent deploying the 5G networks in the surrounding areas near airports starting sometime today. But they are going to deploy it in other areas. So wherever you live, guys, you should or you may see a difference within your phone, your cellular phone. And that might start sometime today. All right, guys, on to some stimulus update news. And boy, do we have a doozy, because your boy, Bernie Sanders, he has did it again. He has now called out Senator Joe Manchin and Senator Kyrsten Sinema ahead of the filibuster showdown. Yes, guys, Bernie Sanders did a name check on Senators Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema as the months-long push to change the legislative filibuster and pass voting rights legislation is poised to come to a head sometime this week. Now, Sanders sent out a tweet asking whether all 50 Democrats will support changing the filibuster, which requires 60 votes for most legislation to advance in the Senate, noting that it is one vote that really matters to change the rules without GOP support. Now, Democrats will need a total unity from their caucus, which is all 50 votes. Now, I'm going to show you exactly what Bernie Sanders' tweet actually stated, guys. Right here, Bernie Sanders says, as the voting rights bill finally comes to the floor of the Senate sometime this week, there is only one vote which will really matter. Will 50 Democrats vote to override the filibuster and to protect American democracy and pass the bill, or will Senators Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema vote with the GOP and let the bill die? This is major, guys. Bernie Sanders is calling on directly to Manchin and Sinema, calling their names out by name checking them people. I mean, come on, guys. They are the two main people that are in opposition to passing and removing this filibuster right now, as well as passing the Build Back Better agenda. So Bernie Sanders has had enough. We haven't heard from him in over about 2 to 3 weeks now, but he is finally taking enough, and he is speaking up once again, and he is calling them out, stating, are they going to vote with their own party, the Democratic Party, or are they going to flip sides and vote with the Republicans, the GOP side? I mean, when I tell you guys, Bernie Sanders does not back down to anyone. He is calling them out for what it is. But in the meantime, Senate Democrats are calling on a special caucus meeting that happened yesterday on Tuesday ahead of the filibuster fight. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer has called a meeting on 5 p.m. on Tuesday. A source confirmed, unlike most of the caucus meetings in the wake of the rise of the Omicron coronavirus variant, this particular meeting that happened yesterday was actually in person versus on a Zoom call. The meeting comes as the Senate is expected to formally start a debate on voting legislation that combines the Freedom to Vote Act, which would overhaul federal elections and campaign finance laws, and the John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act, which strengthens and expands the 1965 Voting Rights Act. Now, this will be the first in-person meeting for Senate Democrats since both Senator Joe Manchin and Senator Kyrsten Sinema reiterated that they support keeping the 60-vote filibuster. Though Sinema reiterated her position yesterday in my video yesterday, guys. If you haven't watched that, I posted exactly what she stated in a particular meeting where she states exactly why she will not remove the filibuster. But I'll let you go ahead and watch that video from yesterday. But despite the setback, Schumer is signaling that he is vowing to push forward with his plan to force a voting rights debate. Democrats view the bill as a must-pass as the GOP-controlled states enact new voting rules in the wake of the 2020 election that former President Trump falsely claimed that was stolen from him. So yes, the Democrats called a special meeting yesterday to figure out what they're going to do, because Chuck Schumer is planning on bringing this bill to a vote sometime this week. And so far, they still don't have the support of Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema. But I don't know what's going to happen after today, because Bernie Sanders has just called them out for what it is. He said that either they're going to vote with them or they're going to switch sides and vote with the GOP. And those are some very strong words, but that is not the only thing that Bernie Sanders did, guys. He actually did something else. And yes, Bernie Sanders said, this is what he said, guys. Pay attention right here, because this is, I was shocked when I read this, guys. But anyways, Bernie Sanders, he said that he is now opening his support in the primary because he might be willing to support primary challengers who go against Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema. This is major, guys, because if Joe Manchin actually runs again in the next election when his term is over, and as well as Kyrsten Sinema, Bernie Sanders said that he is opening to supporting the other candidate that is going to run against Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema. So yes, guys, he is putting his foot forward and saying that, look, he has had enough with these two guys. They don't deserve to be in the Democratic Party. And he is willing to put his support for whoever runs against these two individuals in the Senate. This is major, guys. I mean, come on. Who thinks of this ahead of the midterm elections? But anyways, guys, hey, Bernie Sanders was asked about the likelihood of Manchin and Sinema being challenged by other Democrats in the future, and Sanders indicated that he thinks there is a very good chance of that actually happening, though he also observed it's up to the people of those particular states. And he asked if he would be open to supporting the challenger, and he said yes, I would. He said it right here, guys. You can see in this article. He said, yes, I would. He didn't say maybe. He said, yes, he would support the challenger, whoever runs against Manchin and Sinema. So, guys, I mean, Bernie is doing it again. I mean, he's been quiet for the last 3 weeks or so. But anyways, guys, hey, last but not least, we do have some $900 monthly stimulus checks that is going to be offered in a new pilot program. And this is for Washington, D.C. They are launching this new $900 monthly cash pilot program for mothers. Now, it says that over 100 new and expected mothers in D.C.'s poorest wards will receive $900 a month in cash under a new city-funded pilot program to help families raise children. Now, the $1.5 million year-long program is one of the few of its kind in the nation, and it stands out for having no restrictions on how mothers can actually spend the funds to support their babies. Now, this particular nonprofit, Martha's Table, will administer the funds to 132 new and expected mothers in the wards 5, 7, and 8. Now, eligible mothers have yearly household earnings below 250% of the federal poverty level, and they need to be raising a child 3 months of age or younger, or are in the second or third trimester of pregnancy. On top of the $900 per month, officials also pointed out that families would also be eligible for the federal child tax credit worth up to $300 per month. Now, these particular payments will give moms the flexibility that they need to provide care for their kids and themselves during this all-important first year of motherhood. Enrollment is set to begin soon on Martha's Table's website, and the program expects to launch sometime next month in February. Now, the funds are a cash transfer, meaning that they don't count as income for tax purposes. And David Lloyd, who works on assistance programs at Martha's Table, said that the nonprofit provided a total of $1.2 million in cash assistance in the early days of the pandemic to 137 families that are enrolled in its education center. So again, guys, hey, this is a new opportunity to receive some $900 monthly stimulus checks. Now, this will only go to those expecting right now, or if you have a child less than 3 years old. So again, guys, hey, I will link this particular article down below, as well as the COVID test, where you can order those free COVID tests today after you watch this video. All of those links will be down below in the description. Now, I hope all of this information was helpful to you guys out there today. Well, anyways, guys, hey, that's all I have for you today. Now, if you enjoyed this type of content and you want to see more, hey, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. And if you like this video, then go ahead and hit that like button for us. It really helps out this channel, as well as it tells YouTube to share this video with others. But anyways, guys, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.